Hello friends, 698 days of war. In southern war zone in Ukraine on Kherson front, Krinky bridgehead holds. Ukrainians are able to do so because of their supply line is still intact though at reduced scale. Their strength therefore also is regularly reducing and also because of Russians' counterattacks at various sites starting from south, west and as well as east. However, Russians are not able to destroy Ukrainian bridgehead because of Ukraine's UAVs and long-range artillery across the river, which are pretty effective. On Zaporizhia front in Orikhiv sector, Russian army carried out offensive operations at Rabotino from west and Novoprokopovka direction. No changes. In Rimivki salient, Ukrainians took back southeast of Eurozone area where Russians has captured a day before. This ping pong is continuing in the entire Zaporizhia front. Otherwise, no significant changes. In north on Kupiansk-Swatovo direction, heavy fight is continuing towards Sinkyivka and also towards Petropavlovka. After taking over Krakhmalny, Russian's army advanced north of it, and in process of consolidation it has also advanced west of Krakhmalny. In Liman direction towards Serebryansky forestry, Ukraine's defense line is breached. Russians' offensive operations is continuing towards south of Kreminaya and they have reached up to Novoselsky highway. Fight is on towards Sperny and Terny directions. In east north of Soledar in Seversky salient including the border of Serebryansky forestry, the fight is continuing towards Berestoye Peshchany. Russians are now carrying out offensive operations towards Belgorovka. On Bakhmut front, Russians advanced almost 300 meters towards Bogdanovka in northern flank, while in southern flank towards Klishivka, Russians made some small gains towards the forest plantation. Otherwise, by and large, no changes. In Avdiivka, in northern side, Russians are continuing their offensive operations towards Stepo, where they have managed some 100 meters of meager advance, and fight is continuing towards Avdiivki quarry as well. Their offensive operations also continuing towards Novobakhmutivka and Berdichi directions, however no gains. In northeast, Russian army attacked west of Kaminka and coke plant. No changes. South of Avdiivka, Russians made some small gains towards private sector and especially towards Zarska Okhata. After having gained it, they are advancing further ahead of it. This is relatively a bigger gain. In southern flanks towards Pervomaisky and Severny, Russians made some tactical gains, but no major changes have taken place in this side. On Marinka front, Russians advanced west of Marinka towards the outskirts of Zorzievka, and even as per the latest information, they are storming the village, have made gains almost 250 into 250 meter as reported by Kiev regime. No changes in Pobeda, Novomikhailovka direction. Fight continues from both north and south directions. On interdiction missions, Ukrainians used MLRS to hit market in Kirovograd, where approximately 25 civilians are reportedly killed. Ukrainians also launched high-speed anti-radiation missiles, that is Storm Shadow or Scalps, on Crimean Peninsula and Kherson, using airborne Sukhoi 24 M bombers as platform. Most of them were intercepted and there are no significant damages reported. From Palestinian-Israeli Middle East conflict, In North Gaza, IDF continues shelling. There are sporadic conflicts reported between the Hamas and IDF forces. In Central Gaza, no reports as IDF is still engaged in Zabalia. As far as South is concerned, once again no changes. Mutual attacks between IDF and Hezbollah continues. Islamic resistance forces in Iraq carried out drone attacks on 2 US bases in Syria, while China has asked Houthis to stop attacks on ship as its own ship and transportation is being hindered. Report says US is preparing a large-scale military operation against Houthis. Iran has launched successfully geostationary orbit 36 km above the earth. And that's the end of my talk today, friends. See you tomorrow. Thanks.